everyone. Good evening. And thank you so much to Caesar and his family and your organization for reaching out to me and for this opportunity. I absolutely appreciate it. And so I wanted to leave some words of encouragement to scholarship recipients and any students here today. And so I won't be before you long, but for those that don't know, as he said, I am an assistant United States attorney at the U.S. Attorney's Office in Washington, D.C. And those that are familiar with the show Power, then think about Angela. But the journey hasn't always been an easy one. But with God, He'll make it all work together for your good. And so the key word that I want to leave with you all is perseverance, which means persistence or continuing in doing something despite difficulty or delay in achieving success. And so as you go through your journey, I want you to remember that word and remember to persevere. The road to success is not without its bumps. And in the road, you will have different situations or circumstances that you face. But each one of those gives you an opportunity to have a testimony and a story to tell to somebody else and to help them in their journey. So when I was in high school, I made a poor decision. And I found myself in a bind. I got arrested and I was sitting in jail at 17. I was already accepted into college. I had already received scholarships, and I didn't realize the fullness of my actions and the consequences thereof. I didn't realize that what I did could have cost me everything. But can someone say, but God?
But God.
Instead, I was given a second chance and a clean record. And as I went to college and went to law school, I thought that mistake that I made when I was younger, in my past, it might hinder me in my future. But what I've learned and wanted to share with you all is that your mistakes do not define you. And I encourage you all to be mindful of the people that you surround yourself with and the things that you do at a young age. And remember that it's okay to be different and to be set apart. Even if you make a mistake, you are more than your past. And after overcoming that bump in my road, in my journey, I went to college and I graduated. And I began to apply to law schools. But to get into law school, you have to take a standardized test. And I didn't do too well. I scored very low. I applied to over 14 schools. I was denied at 10 of them, got accepted to 2, waitlisted at 2. So as my family and my friends congratulated me and were happy for me, deep down I cried tears of sadness because I was not happy. Because after receiving all of those rejection letters, my spirit was crushed. But I decided to go ahead and go off to the school, one of the 2 schools that accepted me. And at that time, I found myself battling with self-confidence, and I wanted to really, remind myself that I wanted to become a lawyer. But my confidence was low. And I wondered, could I really do it? And this is when I had to believe in myself. I had to remind myself of the dream of becoming a lawyer. I had to remind myself that I have what it takes despite what I feel inside. So as you go on your journey, you'll encounter people and situations that will make you question whether you can really do it. But just remember to never stop believing in yourself. You'll see that in due time, it all pays off. And so during that first year of law school, I struggled with my classes. The work was challenging. And I was sometimes the only Black student in some of my classes. My mother had a breast cancer scare, which had an emotional and mental impact on me. And my law school had just announced that it was contemplating shutting down because of lack of funds and that it might lose accreditation. So when you're paying over $40,000 to go to school, that is not something you want to hear. But despite all of that, I pushed through and I believed in myself. And then God opened up a door. I ended up getting accepted to American University, Washington College of Law, a top 100 law school in DC. My GPA went from a 2.8 to a 3.9. I went from having an $8,000 scholarship to a $20,000 scholarship. And I graduated law school with honors cum laude.
All right.
So yes, the road to success is hard. It's hard work, but there's a great reward afterwards. So despite what life throws at you, remember you have what it takes inside. You have what it takes to persevere. Remember, God qualifies you and placed you here, and He will see you through it all. You don't have to fit society's standards. You can continue to work hard, and God will open up the right doors for you. He will strengthen you, equip you, and prepare you to make your mark in this world. Thank you.